knock him out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, huh?
That's what he's under the impression of as well.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's been so funny clarifying. I'm like, I wasn't there.
Okay. Well, yeah.
I wasn't there.
In his brain, you're the creation of Elias. Now,
because I know Claire's name's been thrown out there too.
But for some reason, he sees you as this juggernaut. And your performance today in the comp actually kind of further influenced that, because you were doing well, and then you had two people targeting you, which I don't, if he's going to think that, and then it looks like people are targeting you, all it does is just kind of further that narrative. But if he's going to think that it is what it is, but yeah, he thought you and Oz were like these criminal masterminds.
Apparently I sleep scheme.
Apparently
I sleep scheme.
So, what I got, what I think can be a fun little BB maneuver.
Okay.
Is I will put him up.
Okay.
Or I would put a person up under the impression that, like, rock solid, need him to feel comfortable all week long. And then after that, I want someone that he thinks is the target to sit beside it. Whether that's you or Azza, I think that would be up to you guys. But I'm telling everyone before time, because everyone already knows there was no alliance formed by anybody. There was nothing. There was none of this. There was none of that.
No.
But I just want him to feel like he's not the target. So that way, this entire week, he's here, as opposed to doing this. But I don't like the idea of putting anybody up. But I think by doing that, it's kind of like what Tiffany suggested. It would keep him calm pretty much until he meets Julie Chen. But I don't know which one of you would feel most comfortable.
I mean,
you can speak your mind completely.
I'm going to be honest with you, only because I was just there.
I understand.
And I just sat up there for 7 days. And it was a lot. Even like knowing that I wasn't the target. It was still a lot to go through. And I do feel like I would be afraid, knowing I just see how people perceive me in this house, which I don't really know how I've gotten this rep, but I have. My whole thing is I would feel nervous that if, God forbid, Brent comes down, if he wins that veto, I'm going home. That's my honest fear at this point.
100%. And I think that would have been the same thing if, like, Frenchie had won the veto. That would have been the same, like a similar fear, correct? Yeah, 100%. And that's very valid.